What's up, all you geeks and gamers? My name is Brian Donahue, and I am your one-legged GM. Uh, Thank you for joining us for another Hidden Worlds Discoveries tonight. Um, with me, of course, is my awesome dev team. Danielle and Jesse are with us. Michael decided to do something else. I don't know. Whatever.
I guess he's allowed a life outside of us.
No, he's not. No, not allowed a life. Anyways, but life is life. So if you're joining us today, thank you very much. Let's see. Okay, sorry. I have too many things going on right now. My ADHD brain has gone crazy. So I just realized I'm way zoomed out. All right, fun. Tonight, Hidden Worlds Discoveries, we are working on a brand new team. That okay, we're doing a shameless cross promotion because it's me, and it's us, and so we released this fun little card game. Zoom in here, called Stealing Scenes Action, and where it's 1 to 8 players, 15 to 30 minutes, where you play a stunt person for a major action star trying to get trying to steal enough scenes to get a starring role in what will probably end up being a B-rated movie because, I mean, let's face it, you're a stunt person. So I thought I had the terrible idea to do a crossover where we're going to develop a team based on the 10 stunt people, the stunt actors in this card game. So, as always, go through my spiel here. So, as always, okay, it's been way too long since we've done this. Due to life, as we so eloquently put it earlier, we're going to ask for your help in creating these. We're going to ask for your help in developing this. So this week we'll create the team, stat them out, and then the next time we get together to do this, likely in 2 weeks, we will end up actually creating some sort of one-shot involving the terrible team that is this. So
We could always have them do a crossover with that Hollywood team we created.
That's true.
Stunt people and gods, demigods.
Demigods.
That won't go wrong at all.
Fine.
Besides that, we've already talked about it. The demigods already have their hands full chasing the Fae.
As I said, crossover, not against each other.
That's true. That could be fun. And actually, we did talk about in that episode that the Fae in question, based on the Amazing Animaniacs, were actually interfering with one of these folks' scenes. So we'll go from there. All right. That being said, so we have 10 actors in this team that we're going to work on now. I just figured let's chat about them. How powerful are they? What do we want these folks? I'm kind of leaning towards all human, but I might be persuaded to change that.
I say majority human.
Majority human. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So
Okay.
I think what we need to do is, it's been a long time since I last played it, so we kind of need to know who we're dealing with.
Okay. So let's chat about the 10, and if I was more on top of things, I would have awesome graphics to pop up and all that stuff. And I don't have that because I'm not on top of things. So I'm going to go through them one at a time. I have the cards at least so you can see them. First, we have Shelly Sanchez. Hey, that actually worked, kind of. Obviously, a stunt person for Michelle Rodriguez. Next, we have Marty Hambone Stallion. Of course, an amazing stunt person for Sly Stallone. We have Charlie Max Heron.
Charlene Theron. Yeah.
Yep. We have Keen Shearwheel Greaves.
I can't figure out who that is.
And yes, by the way, a pencil is absolutely a weapon in this game. Then we have Timothy Hondo Johnson. Sam Jackson. And then Christina Grave Robber Joliet. Of course, we have Wayne the Boulder Jackson. Lacey Angel Lee. Luna the Bride Thursday.
I'm blanking. Who's the actor? That actress?
Oh crap. She played the bride in Kill Bill.
So Kill Bill. Okay,
Yep.
let me just. My
Uma.
mind is told me.
Uma Thurman.
Uma. Yes, Uma.
And then
I
of
know.
course,
I know her more from her non-action movies.
that's fair. That's fair. And then of course we have Bryce McLean Williams. So those are the 10 actors that we have as stunt people. And these are specifically action. As you've mentioned, of course, they have their drama roles as well, but we didn't do a drama game. We did an action game.
Yet. What?
We didn't do a drama yet. Correct. It is on the list, and it's a long list, by the way. Actually, next is sci-fi / horror. That won't be fun at all.
If we make any of them non-human, it's probably going to have to be Keanu.
Yeah, that does seem kind of right.
I think canonically in the game, I actually made Keanu actually a vampire, or Faye. I don't remember which.
Faye feels more. Well, if you made Keanu.
No, Keanu was the vampire because I made Freddie Mercury the Faye. Yes, absolutely.
But stunt person Keanu can be a Faye. Or a lizard person.
I mean,
Well, we could give him Faye and do lizard person on one of the other ones. Just cuz.
that's fair. We could do that. Okay. So,
At least one celebrity has to be.
Yeah. Of each, yeah.
yeah. All right. So, let's see here. We have. All right, so we're talking about at least one is going to be an other, maybe a couple more. They can't be anything too limited because they got to act. Although being an other and being a stunt person would help them be a stunt person and not get hurt as much.
The boulder's a Sasquatch.
Shave.
or even a Yeti.
Oh.
But he does have a bald head, so that would have been a lot of shaving.
Lot of shaving.
A couple times a day.
Lot of shaving.
Waxing. He's got a whole team.
He's too tall to be a Sasquatch.
Yeah, so
He'd have to be a Yeti. That's kind of funny.
I mean, that is definitely one of the stunt persons who takes the most damage of the other ones we've listed.
Or half Fae. I mean, half troll, maybe?
So, maybe.
Take a beating very easily.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, could be fun. Um, okay. So let's. Do you want to just start at the top?
Well, I know nothing about Michelle Rodriguez. I think I've seen a single movie she's been in. and that's Dungeons and Dragons.
Nice.
Okay. Well, okay. If you hadn't watched that one, if anybody who's watching this channel hasn't watched that one,
it's called You Don't Have TV.
yeah,
You don't have any streaming ability.
yes. So, mostly human. I feel like that line in Hitchhiker's Guide, mostly harmless. How did they get? Before we get into the individuals, how did they get together? And by the way, for those of you who are watching, which I can't see,
We have two.
Thanks, Texas Spaniard.
thank you. Yeah, I don't normally have it set way back. I'm a little bit of a Lovecraft fan.
He's already demanded this.
I have.
Yep.
I have. And he'll find a position on the shelf as well. So, yeah. By the way, the Cthulhu that's kind of hanging off the bookshelves is actually a dice bag as well.
Yeah, that was Steve Jackson.
Yes. Yep. Dice bag holding glow in the dark Cthulhu dice set.
Why not?
Which, by the way, is very, very fun to play in the dark when you're playing a horror game. Because only you can see what you're rolling as a GM. It's terrifying for the players. It may have been some actual story there.
I mean, you don't even need to do that. I mean, I've literally rolled dice because I like, but I get that sensory thing, and players start freaking out.
Yep.
Like, I'm not doing it for any reason.
Yep.
Oops.
Actually, no. What you do is you roll it a couple times. You go, you're fine. Let's go ahead.
I do not have any glow in the dark yarn. It's rather expensive, and it's rough.
Kind of
so it doesn't make the best things.
It's fair.
I have friends who want glow in the dark stuff. I'm like, maybe you buy the yarn, then I'll do it.
It's like 3 times the regular price.
Yeah.
So why would a whole bunch of stunt people become friends other than, they're a whole bunch of stunt people?
Well, why would they become effectively monster hunters?
I feel like their incursion event had to occur at some sort of event that they were all at.
I mean, we've already unofficially established at least one was involved in the situation with the demigod.
That's true.
Is there a certification required by stunt people to be a stunt person? Because maybe they were at a recertification class, and that's just the whole class session. That's just one of them could be the instructor, or the instructor didn't make it, or whatever, or the instructor was another, or instructor was another who got attacked by a rival at the recertification training. And they got called to action and then recruited.
So wait. So you're telling me, not that I'm not liking the idea. You're telling me the Stunt Persons Guild is literally a guild of monster hunters.
At least this group of people who are at the same training session.
I like the idea of that thing. I like the idea that the Stunt Person Union basically is when you join the stunt people, you are told about the other world because strange things happen, and since you're going to be the stronger, buffer people on the set,
That's fair.
Oh my God.
Just be
and
prepared.
slowly the word gets out.
Oh, I love it.
Where's Michael with his not union?
I know,
behind
right?
the scene union knowledge.
Michael
We
be
need
such
it.
a good addition to this conversation.
Uh, uh,
Message him, be like, "We need you. Bring your friend."
Your friend. But that would be funny if that's part of the initiation. It's literally
so it's not just pay your dues; it's your certification.
welcome to stuff.
And part of your certification is being sworn into this secret group of. Yes.
I mean, just think about it. This is Hollywood. How many lizard people and other fae are involved in special effects or other stuff?
How many fae are actors?
There's too many opportunities for incursion events. So they just pre-warn you.
You can't tell me that someone like Helen Mirren, who has been so beautiful for so long, is not at least part fae. You can't argue that with me. Oh my gosh.
It's a thing of beauty.
Oh.
The glitz, the glamour, oh, they're so damn fierce all over the place.
Oh yeah.
Unnaturally beautiful people.
Yep.
I feel like on a side note, damn fears, we got to have a lot of like musician damn fears to get like the energy from the crowd while they're on stage, or like roadie damn fears.
I mean,
that
would explain
your concert schedule to be night all the time.
Yeah.
2 words, Taylor Swift. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely DJs because I mean, raves.
Oh yeah.
Please.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love this.
Really got started. We're already breaking it.
Long history of, what do we call it? So it's not necessarily, I can't imagine that they're monster hunters, as in the go kill them all monster hunters. This is very much
defensive.
Just in case.
Yeah.
You're a bodyguard.
It's a just in case, but it's also hey, Mr. Actor, you're showing a little. Hey, actor, you're showing your scales. Come on now, back down.
I mean, yeah, there's a few who have taken it a bit farther than others. Thus, our action hero group.
Sure.
Because I mean, there's stunt doubles in. I mean, there's body doubles, stunt doubles, all sorts of doubles.
Right. Long history of.
But it's just kind of a welcome to Hollywood. So don't freak out. But all those monster movies and everything you've seen, yeah, those are true.
There's got to be like various levels of who's in, who's read in how far, right?
Oh yeah.
Some are just given the general.
Yep.
You're going to see some freaky things. It might not be just special effects.
That's anytime special effects seem way ahead of their time. Yeah.
Yep.
That wasn't makeup.
Yeah.
Those weren't prosthetics.
If you are hired as the double of one of the actors who is, then you're getting the full course.
That's a good point though, because you're looking for people who are like a similar like size and build to these more popular action stars. And so it's almost like you might not have a complete choice, especially if that action star is an other. You might get kind of drafted or conscripted into
So yeah, definitely most of these are going to be human, but the actors are going to be
Yeah, I can
others.
see that. I can see that. Yeah, I love this. So and so they're not like I said, they're not necessarily monster hunters. They help keep that world separate from our
they're
world.
surveilling a little bit.
Right.
It's kind of
You're signing up for the union gets you basically locked into not telling the secret to outsiders.
Right.
But yeah, you're just the your eyes are glowing again. You know.
Oh, okay. So first of all, you know the
Yeah,
NDAs are drafted by Faye. You know that,
yeah.
right?
Yep.
Oh,
I mean, there's a reason old Hollywood was just a few specific studios.
Yeah. That's why it's so hard to make a good indie film, break through the market. Not make a good indie film, but get noticed.
to break through the market, yeah.
To have a successful indie film.
Yeah.
That's the
Commercially successful.
That's the word.
Boy, that does explain the Blair Witch Project, though.
It is a lot. Oh God, that was actual footage. Somebody just really needed to get a movie out.
It was actually found footage.
Oh.
Yeah.
And this was their way of covering it up by
Yeah.
turning it into a movie and making everybody think they're crazy.
Yep,
Okay. Well, now that we've broken the entertainment industry,
isn't that what we do here?
yeah. This deviated sideways way faster than I expected. Oh, you know what? Speaking of
really, it's like you've just met us.
I know, right? Speaking of deviation, so to let you folks know, we are an affiliate. That means we're expected to take ad breaks. We have to take ad breaks, and since we're about a half an hour in, to avoid the silly pre-roll ads, we do have to take a break. Actually, right now, this would be a great time to take a break because I can actually catch up on notes from this. So we are going to go ahead and it's going to be a 3-minute break. 3 minutes per hour gets us out of our obligations. So I'll see you back in about 3 minutes or so.
See you soon, Texan Spaniard.
Cool. That actually worked. Nice.
Okay, there you go. There's always that 10-second delay for it actually to hit.
Okay.
Go type. Type. You got 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And Texas Spaniard knows. He's a streamer too.
Okay.
Music streamer.
Ooh, we gained another follower. Not follower. I'm so sorry. We have another viewer. I can use words.
Cool.
It's been a long, more than a couple weeks.
Let's see if I see who it is. It is.
Yeah, why can I not see who it is? Where do I have to go to see that?
On the non-mod view.
Oh my gosh.
You can kind of see who's in chat.
All right.
This candy bar.
Yeah, I think they already dropped off again. There's somebody named Cassie2828 who's lurking, but I don't know if they're actually who they are.
Sounds familiar. Maybe a follower already.
Maybe. Our one subscriber isn't there, so nobody's seeing us talk.
Hopefully she joins us.
Token subscribers skip the ad break.
Yep, that's the whole reason to subscribe.
Yep.
Well, one of the main reasons. And also to get to use all the emojis. Instead of just the few that you are unlocked. Oh yeah, this is the first time you've been with us since we got the ads.
This is the first time I've been on a video call since I plugged my internet in.
By the way, it's working really well.
Yeah,
I haven't been
it's
kicked
stable.
out. Hey.
All from just that one little pluggy thing. So weird.
Mm-hmm.
Glad Michael suggested it.
Yeah.
45
I wonder
seconds.
if I could start streaming now, if it's actually going to be a strong enough signal or not. First, I got to finish cleaning up all this before I screw around with that. But
NDAs written by Faye, because of course they would be. Oh, back in 15 seconds.
Yep.
So cool. Alrighty. Apparently we are back from our ads, hopefully.
Maybe.
Maybe. We'll see.
I'm still my thing's still in ads for 2 minutes, so
Okay, that's weird.
that's back.
All right. At least when you're back, hopefully you folks in the chat are back as well. So, as we've been talking about, apparently now the entire stunt person guild is now effectively monster hunters. Which, of course, would mean they would have to, as soon as that option became available, the guild itself would have to get a license as an EIS agency, as an independent agency.
There was definitely one of the demigods involved in that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, they would have been an unofficial, obviously they've been, they've been an agency for years. Whenever, we'll have to figure out when that started, because it had to have started the same time the guild did. You know that. So, sorry, I'm resetting my brain to think about crazy. You guys broke me early today.
This isn't anything new.
No, it's not. Okay, so now that we've set kind of the background, so we know that the stunt people are part of this group. We're going to assume that all 10 of these stunt folks in the game, in the card game, are actually part of that group that's been read in to the highest points anyways. Yeah. So these have definitely all been read in. So let's talk about Michelle Rodriguez, a stunt person, Miss Sanchez. Okay, so now that we've talked about this, now that we've talked about the guild being monster EIS agents, what if all of this team is others?
You've totally flipped.
We do that all the time with the one so many others.
So do we want...
it would be funnier if the actors themselves are others and not all the stunt people are.
Okay, so I think, you know what? We're going to create this. We're going to stat this out. This will eventually become a one shot. Let's make them all human. All of them human. So not a one other amongst them. Which, by the way, puts them at certain disadvantages but certain, other advantages. So
most of the celebrity others aren't going to be the big burly ones, so it's not like they're
and I mean, let's face it,
you can't hurt the merchandise.
And they're not, these folks aren't hunting actors.
Mm-hmm.
They have to be good at other things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
there's a lot of stunt people with martial arts backgrounds, gymnastics backgrounds, military backgrounds.
Yeah, and they would have to be especially as an action stunt person. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of training there.
Oh, definitely.
All right, so
Jackie Chan was a Tumbler martial artist opera.
Yes, but opera. Jackie Chan also,
it's example,
did not use a stunt person because Jackie Chan was Jackie Chan.
He was a stunt person because Bruce Lee said that's too dangerous to do, and Jackie Chan went, "I can do it."
Yep. Yes.
And that's how he got his start.
Yep.
I read his autobiography. I know this.
I need to read that. That sounds fun.
It's actually a really fun, really easy read. I took a class on Asian American history.
Yeah.
And I did one on portrayal in Hollywood. Part of it was. So we had to read some biographies.
Which early American, was it Buster Keaton, who was famous for doing the absolutely ridiculous stunts?
He was one of them. Then it was Harold Lloyd. Harold Lloyd is the most famous slapstick artist outside of Charlie Chaplin.
It was one of them that it's either Lloyd or Keaton. It was just very much they did everything with no special effects. They just he's much like Jackie Chan, who just went.
It was camera perception too.
But... Yes, but there's only so much camera perception when you drop a house on a person and have them step through a window.
I know it's a lot of measurements.
Yep. Anyways, so Sanchez.
Those are considered the three great silent comedy masters. Those three.
Yeah, and Chaplin was absolutely one of those. They really set the tone for physical comedy.
Especially American physical comedy.
Yeah.
Because British went a completely different way.
Yes. Okay. Do we... Oh, man. All right, so all of these folks have to have... Let's talk about common skills.
Mm-hmm.
Common skills.
HEC is going to be high on most of them.
Yeah.
HEC has to be high, especially for an action star.
Yeah.
So HEC is going to be high.
Some do a little less throwing themselves into the line of fire than others. Even as stunt people.
Although all of these really had their moments of doing that. HEC is definitely high. I think they're stunt people. They're human stunt people. Luck has to be fairly high across them.
Yeah.
Yeah. To land just right every time.
Yep. And then
mix of HEC and dumb luck.
Yep. Probably also fairly
Might.
Might doesn't have to be there for everybody. I mean, obviously, Hambone, the Boulder, those guys especially are going to have the might.
Do you think in judgment so that they
Either judgment or intellect.
Yeah.
I could go either way. Maybe.
Depends on the character.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's true. It doesn't have to be consistent across the board.
However, what probably is consistent across the board is allure. Almost like charisma. They have to sell it. You know.
They don't need to have as high as the celebrities themselves have it,
right. But above average.
They need deception.
But above average, right.
They need high enough allure to have good deception.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. And they're going to actually probably have to have a decent judgment for survival awareness.
Yeah, that'd be more important than the intellect.
Yeah. Okay. So those are the common kind of high attributes. What kind of skills are we thinking that we can apply to all of these particular actors will have?
I think acrobatics, something in general, just because that kind of one might have gymnastics, one might have tumbling, one might have cheerleading, one might have
so athletics
arts,
definitely.
They all need to have some sort of athletic agility tumbling thing.
Athletics and probably movement, which is the non-team version.
Don't mind me. I just pulled out my player's handbook.
Yeah, I'm looking at a character sheet.
That's what I was going to do.
I need a chair. I was
right behind me.
A character sheet.
Available on oneleggedgm.com.
And while this team is
later.
You can play as
thanks, Texan Spaniard. Appreciate it. Appreciate you joining us, Texan Spaniard.
Casey said they pulled their handbook out too. Nice.
Yep. So we've got athletic movements, definite. Combat evade, absolutely.
For sure.
In fact, they're probably going to be fairly high, even if it's just through stage training and stage fight training in melee and unarmed combat.
Performance here too, so it doesn't have to be deception. I pulled it out for initially.
Okay.
Is it wild for me to think that they might get some actual training to beef up a faith resist score?
Well, yeah.
I think that's actually fairly accurate at the upper levels of that guild. You bet.
And considering these are the stunt doubles for big name Hollywood stars, they would have gone through that training.
I think so, yeah.
Would definitely have influence, performance. I love that idea. And deception. I like that.
They give them negotiations so they can be good with dealing with the talent.
That's actually not bad.
Doesn't mean they all have it.
No,
they don't all.
I think some of them have it. Medical first aid.
I was gonna, good call. I was like, are we giving them too much first aid? Would be good though.
Now, again, this is just the common stuff. This is not, these are veteran stunt performers, so they're going to get beefy numbers. Let's just put it that way.
They have a background before they even come to this point, so
Yeah.
they don't just hire. Hey, you. Well, for action movies, they don't just go. You kind of look like this actor. Do you want to be a stunt person?
You have a healthy sense of adventure and a resemblance to a famous actor? We'd like you to join our team.
Yeah.
I mean, they definitely, look for that, but especially when you think about it, there's a lot of actors and actresses that are kind of interchangeable.
Yeah.
There's a lot of times I look at them and go, is that this one or this one? I mean, Uma Thurman and Charlize, they're kind of, yeah.
Yeah, actually, yes. Not
One
that they
just
aren't
came
good
to-
in their own right, but it's
Oh, yeah.
that. Yeah.
I mean, pretty much there's a lot of celebrities out there that like never act in the same movies together because they're always up for the same roles because they have that look and that acting style.
I mean, you can't swing a cat in Hollywood without hitting 12 blonde, early 20s actresses, right? Or redheads or brunettes, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
For me, this is totally off topic. I apologize. Like to see the actors who were like the grown-ups when I was a child now transitioning into the like older grandparent roles. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I'm not old enough for that.
Right? If they're aging, I'm aging now.
Watching, speaking of that, watching Mel Gibson and what was the one he played as Santa Claus? Just came out, the action one.
Mel Gibson as Santa Claus? I mean, Kurt Russell did Santa Claus.
It's fantastic. It's so not the Christmas movie that you would think. He played an old grumpy Santa Claus.
Batman, apparently.
Yes, that's it. Yes.
Hadn't heard of it.
It's a good movie. Surprisingly good. And a pleasant take on Santa. Well, different take on Santa, anyways.
They've been doing a lot of different takes on Santa with like Kurt Russell doing his.
I can't wait for the new one coming out. Red One, I think.
That's what it was. Something like that. Yeah. I remember seeing when we were at the theater the other day. I was like, I saw the ad for it, the poster.
I never did see that one from last Christmas where it was like Santa rescued that little girl whose family was like.
Oh yeah. Oh, it is a beautiful Hallmark movie that's rated R for gore and violence. It's absolutely fantastic.
Streaming service this holiday season.
Yeah, it is absolutely fantastic.
Anyways.
We're really good at staying on topic. Bye.
So I think that's a good skill list that all of them kind of have and are good at. So they would have to, these folks would all have to go through, as far as training goes, obviously they've got the normal stunt person physical side of, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they would also have to have the EIS agency training at varying levels.
Can you increase your font size just like at least one touch?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't read it right now.
I just zoomed the screen quite a bit and I can just read it.
That's my fault. View. I shrunk it down because I was using it for something and I normally do it much larger. Is that better?
There we go.
Need to go more?
I mean,
I mean, I doubt you'll be able to read on a cell phone, but we can definitely see it a little bit now.
Yeah, if I didn't have the mod screen.
There we go.
Oh,
That's usually, I think that's the setting I normally have it at.
there's a fine line between big enough to see and too big for it to display.
Yep.
Correct.
It's fair. All right. Especially when you have it on, as I do, multiple screens. All right. So, what else do they all share in common? I think all of them are all of them are, what are we going to call? So there's got to be various levels in the this side of the Stunt Persons Guild, right?
Mm-hmm.
Basically, okay, well, you're going to be around enough. You're going to sign the NDA just because you're going to see something, and then there's okay, you're going to work with this person who's absolutely not even half Fae, they're full Fae, so you need to shut up. Right?
So basically, depending on what we decide each of the celebrities is, will determine what extra abilities they have, which points they have, and which esoteric stuff like that.
Yeah. And I can see, especially at this level, they kind of do specialize in being that person's stunt person.
Mm-hmm.
Because they've got the training and they develop that relationship.
Whoever has to work with an actual Fae needs to have the high negotiation.
Yeah. Yeah,
just so they don't accidentally, sign away their selves.
Just don't sign anything.
I was gonna say that's the first thing after they sign the contract to be in the guild. They're like, okay, from now on you don't sign anything.
Anything your lawyer has not gone over.
Correct.
That our lawyer has.
And by the way, here's our Fae lawyers.
Yep.
However, it's very, very easy for a Fae to trick you into something.
Yes.
Some sort of verbal agreement. So that they still have to.
Don't sign for their packages. Don't sign for their food delivery. Don't sign for anything.
Yep.
And don't ever agree to any statement that starts with "May I have?"
No. Let's see here. Particular other. Well, and we've also talked about, I mean, we now have it. It is absolutely canon that others have been in Hollywood for a long time. I mean, for crying out loud, Glitch was, a stunt golem. Yes, I said that correctly. He was a stunt golem. Prop golem?
For Evil Dead.
For Evil Dead, specifically, yes. Kind of a prop? Yeah, okay. Really good practical effects.
This actually explains a lot.
It really does.
If pretty much most of Hollywood is aware of this, that explains a lot.
Yeah, it does.
Human actors are kept totally in the dark.
I'm sure there's a few who don't know because all they do is the slice of life movies or just the.
It's the walk-ons or the starry-eyed 18-year-olds who show up. I'm going to be an actress. Yeah. They don't have a clue what they're getting into.
All of the Hallmark Christmas movies are the same actor and actress. They're just shape changers.
It's the same cast. It's the same cast.
Mm-hmm.
That explains a lot.
Oh, that really... I mean, it's the same story, so why not?
Yep.
I mean, we'll let them have two casts. There's two casts because occasionally the character who was the love interest in one becomes the sassy best friend in the other.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why they're shape changers, right? I mean,
Yeah. But occasionally occasionally there are double relationships too, so
Sure.
happening. So there needs to be at least a second cast that can.
Well, it's just a large cast pool. So it's like there are 3 leading guys or 4 leading guys. There are 4 leading ladies. There are 8 leading actors.
Yeah. So you're either the lead or you're the sassy best friend,
Right.
or the smart ass best friend, or the
You're either the love interest or the love interest.
Best friend.
I mean, it's, you know.
They have like 4 auditions lined up for the same role. Like, just give me a minute, use the restroom, come out as a different. Not sure which way they want to go on this. So
that's when they have a. Oh my gosh. I love that. I love that. What's funny is that the Hallmark movie people don't know it. It's this one group of changelings.
Yep.
That has kind of made it's this one clan. They're like, let's take over this industry.
They've self-made a studio.
They get all the callbacks, and so they change their face, their name. Oh my gosh.
So are they friends with the Lifetime crew too, or?
I'm sure they're friends, but that's a different. It's there's the Hallmark, there's the Lifetime, there's the Oprah, there's the back to school or the after school specials. You know, those are the younger changelings. It's all the same crew. It's they're all like one clan each.
Yeah, stay in your lane.
That's terrible to imagine. I love it.
They're definitely humans, but
yep.
Yeah. But that explains why every single Hallmark movie is a dime a dozen.
Yep. Let's see, for Lifetime.
The Lifetime crew are a touch more bloodthirsty because it's always about how you can get away with killing your husband.
Yep. They get to indulge their fantasies a little bit more. Yes. Oh, it's terrible. I love it.
That's beautiful.
Oh, same for reality TV. Big Brother and...
Oh, no. Reality TV is just humans because nobody...
By Faye.
I think there are some of them.
Oh, God. It's humans who are put into some weird distorted fate realm and recorded.
Yep. Occasionally they might plant a Fae in there just to mess with people, but
just to make it a little more chaotic if they need to, yeah.
Yep.
There's always a plant in like Big Brother. There's always a plant in one of the other ones. There's always a big reveal.
For sure. Like they're always, they always say how exhausted they are in those shows. So the damn fear just kind of hanging out.
I mean, that just could be one of the camera people.
True.
But yeah, reality show is just pure humans being played with.
Yep.
Like toys.
And they sign up for it. They've consented.
Because they want to be famous.
Again, never sign a Fae document.
I mean, just think, because I'm sorry, but only humans are going to be stupid enough to do some of those challenges.
Yeah, yeah. That doesn't mean that the network heads or that the show heads, the showrunners, aren't
Oh.
others.
The
Because
hosts probably are.
it's
Like
them getting together and going, all right, how can we mess with them this week? You know.
Mm-hmm. What can we get them to
they
do?
set up these insane isolated locales, and it's like it's definitely a constructive favor.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, that's a whole new meaning to Survivor.
Because how else do they truly enforce the hush orders?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because sometimes some of the shows let them go home as long as they after a certain amount of time, but they cannot say who won until it airs.
Oh, that's all Faye. That's all Faye NDAs. That's absolutely. Or vampire mesmerism, or
Yeah, literally, you don't know who won because we wiped your memory.
Yeah, the memory doesn't return until it airs or whatever.
Yep.
Even for the winner.
The British Bake Off, though, those judges are all others. There's a calming aura over that.
Yep.
It's
completely
more different groups of Fae. The
Yes.
British ones are all about having the calming things. Let's do this the knitting, crocheting, sewing challenges and all those, and they're all so nice. And then the Americans are all, let's attack each other. It's a level of control.
That does explain Fear Factor.
Dislike.
All you need is a mind reader. What's the worst thing you can think of having to do?
Oh no.
Oof.
That's mean.
Yeah, that explains a lot of Fear Factor, actually.
They always seem to know which one is going to have the worst reaction to certain things.
Yep. Oh my goodness.
We've taken a detour from our stunt people.
Yeah, but you know what? I feel a Hollywood supplement coming. I mean, seriously.
Yep.
I kind of dig
after
that.
Victoria and Michael and I work on this one.
I might play with this one, because this one I'm twisted enough to do.
Okay.
Or we'll let somebody else play with it. I don't know. Well, I think we've now been here for over an hour. I think we are going to. This is actually a perfect spot to wrap it up, frankly, because if we get into too much of the individual stunt people or whatever, we're going to be way long today.
Yeah.
I never thought that this would derail this far. But
hey, we've got a topic for the next couple episodes.
Yes, we do.
Build in the lore.
Alrighty. We have definitely, and by the way, as always, everything that we've talked about here is absolutely canon in our world. So if you are playing the game, feel free to torture your players with this. I mean, to play with this setting. Danielle, you got anything going on that you want to talk about?
Nothing that we haven't started yet.
Okay.
Eventually, we're going to be doing an actual play, but
yes, we are. That will be
some point.
That will theoretically be the every other on Wednesday nights. I know that you are streaming occasionally, right, on Twitch?
Not much, but here and there. Yeah, I'm doing my crafting streaming.
Okay. Jesse, you got anything going on?
Just this dishcloth. No kidding. No, now that my internet's a little better, maybe I'll do some test streams soon, but just my day job consuming my soul in my life.
Yeah.
Have you created your channel?
I'm sorry?
Did you create your channel already, or?
I have a channel. I'm not doing much with it, but thanks.
People can preemptively like it so that
That's true. Yes.
So that's going to start with people.
I think next up for us is Grand Rapids Comic Con in November. So that one I'm a guest at. We'll have another booth where we will have a crap ton of the copies of the card game as well as all the cool stuff, all the cool gaming stuff. And I've got a show the next week or 2 weeks after that on the other side of the state in Port Huron. That's yep. So Major Kyla and of course Shaded Moss Studios is Jesse. Thank you so much for both being here today and developing this weird world that we have. We put the weird in Hollyweird. You do realize that, right?
Weird in this weird world we're building.
That is very, very true. I don't know that anything else is coming up. This Sunday I will be on, well, either I'll be on doing another layout design. Hopefully I won't crash the dang software again. Yeah. The first 51 minutes were fantastic. And then InDesign stopped updating.
Oh no.
Yeah. Well, it didn't help. I pushed my cursor too far into the corner of one of my screens and briefly put my computer to sleep for half a second.
Oh no.
The stream came back up. The live shot of me worked. InDesign, the screen capture did not. So that was fun. But so either we'll be doing the layout design or we will be doing another mystery OLGM Theater 2K and do, I think we're up to episode 3, right? For the Restore Core. It's basically us commenting and making fun of, and it's a director's commentary live on our series. For that, I'll have any of the crew that wants to join on, and we'll go from there. So this Sunday we'll definitely be streaming again, and we'll see. This is, our Discovers are normally every other Wednesday. Life has gotten in the way of the last several. Lots of life. But we're getting there. So, yeah, lots of stuff, fun stuff coming. Other than that, we'll see all of you folks later. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Especially appreciate you chatting with us. And once more, I will send the links. So if you want to get the game, oneleggedgm.com. The Discord server link is also there. And on YouTube, it's my channel is oneleggedgm.com or oneleggedgm. Which we have past shows and some other content that has not hit Twitch because we weren't an affiliate then.
And if you missed any of our episodes of these.
Yes, and if you missed any of our episodes of these, we do port everything to YouTube. So thank you much for joining us. And have a great night wherever you are. Stay safe. Have a great game. We'll see you guys later.